Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Texans going up against the Redskins. With that, we'll send you up to FedEx Field and join our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Houston Texans and the Washington Redskins. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of... the 20. This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and now it's second down.
Reset, cut right. Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll hand it off to Kelly, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Cousins now on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage. Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And now Cousins choosing to back away from the line and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. To throw, Cousins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Big boy can run. We got pass.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ringo. Coming to you. Here we go now.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. And for Miller, probably fresh going into the playoffs, had the ankle injury, but they said they were being cautious week 17. He was also out week 16. We'll see how he does come this week.
Still over 1,000 yards running for the season in 14 games. What was it, 1,073 to be precise. But what I'm eager to see is how will they use him as a pass receiver in the playoffs? He had 31 catches during the regular season. I would use him in the screen game. I'd swing him out there, get him in space, and let him have some one-on-ones downfield.
On 4th down, the Texans will turn it over to the active leader in punting yards, and that's Shane Leckler. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Texans scoop it, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Nick Novak on now for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go.
On 3rd and hammering for the goal line, he loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Check. Gone. Here we go now. Boom, landing. Detroit.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's 3rd down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Watch the flood. Hurry up, here we go.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Josh Norman with a pick. He can be such a tone setter for a defense.
His confidence has grown from his first snaps in the NFL. Found his place, found his way, and now everyone just wants to avoid throwing the football in his direction.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Field's right. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They run with it. It's Kelly. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Another pistol look here. Third and long for Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Nice play, baby. All right, here we go.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's second down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
Second and 10, it's Osweiler again. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Detroit. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. All right, let's go tangential for a second. Give the viewers a behind-the-scenes look at our pregame meal with our production crew. 2 of our cameramen, Jared and Goose, one a Dolphins fan, one a Steelers fan. They're going head-to-head because those 2 teams will meet in the playoffs. It was interesting to hear them debate, wasn't it?
It certainly was. I was a little worried about Goose because normally he flies with Maverick, and you know how that turned out. But anyway, the way they were discussing it, think about how these 2 teams met in the regular season. Miami, 1-4 at the time, they beat Pittsburgh in a big-time upset. That kick-started their season. Miami won 9 of their next 10 games. In Pittsburgh, they lost their next 4, counting that game. So they went to a tailspin before finishing it strong with 7 straight wins. I think Big Ben, though, back in the lineup, Pittsburgh at home. I like the Steelers in this matchup.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Houston. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Osweiler. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
319! 319!
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Let's put him on the bus.
Hurry up, here we go!
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down. Now Osweiler. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Osweiler now to throw on third down. And finding Fedorowicz. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw again is Osweiler. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Fedorowicz from 6 yards away. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you...
He's got a man, complete. And give him a gain of 37. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not... Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
All right, here we go.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've reached halftime. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On first down, Osweiler. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. Well, as we sit on the eve of the playoffs, interesting note, first time since 2003 that both Super Bowl teams from the previous year have not made the playoffs. That leads me to this question. Who's the biggest underachieving team of this season?
Well, I would start with Carolina. They went 15-1 last year, and while they were the runner-ups in the Super Bowl, we fully expected them to make a run back towards it this year. I'd say also, if you stick with that, Arizona, trendy preseason pick. They didn't make the playoffs. And Jacksonville was another trendy pick. They didn't make any move towards being a better football team. On the flip side, on the overside, Miami, they made the playoffs. I think Detroit, Tennessee both made great moves. And how about the Dallas Cowboys? Did anyone expect this season the #1 seed in the NFC?
On first and 10, it's Osweiler. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And now a first down following that long gain.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
All right, here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. And he's got it. Fedorowicz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Osweiler on second down. And his throw is incomplete. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Mike 4.
Osweiler now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 4th and 3.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Novak's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt, maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
Special teams coaches spend a lot of time scheming things up, but this was just a bad return. Now the offense has a long way to go to try to put points on the board.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
We got three down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Andre Howell. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, Osweiler had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still third down.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. This is the running back, Blue. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Holding, offense.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot. Yeah.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
Watch left. He's tied right there. He's tied right there. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Set! 319! 319!
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. You must be dreaming.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Delay of game, offense. That penalty is declined.
And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Green!
Osweiler. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Still third down.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation.
Set! 319! 319!
Hey, watch delay.
Now it's Osweiler. Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. Ricky Jean-Francois with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right? And look at this, it's a fake. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go. Tight right.
They come up in an offset eye. Cousins bringing it in. Jackson left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Well, play fake here on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bryant Cushing. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler looking deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. He got 29 yards that time. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
He was looking for Keith Mumphrey that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Tight left.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Blue 90.
2nd and 10 now. Osweiler. And this is caught at the 8. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Novak is on to attempt the extra point.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and Lamar Miller caps it off with a touchdown run. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
He wants a sack. He got it. Cousins to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Hey, we got tight right. We got 3.
Third and long for Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And able to find Garcon. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
A give. This is Kelly. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll go again with Kelly. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
I got 8.
Here we go now.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Andre Howell. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily.
That's caught at the 25. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it's good enough for a Houston 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here.
All right, here we go.
Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Woo! Baby! Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features two safeties who have been key contributors to very successful teams.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up is a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 49 between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Punch left, punch left.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Now Wilson on second down, being chased out left. And his throw here's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, had its third down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got Curse. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, That'll drive a team towards a victory.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Paul Richardson, 28 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Brady now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
On play action, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Now Wilson, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
First down, this is Rawls. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Wilson. The grab made by Curse over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Wilson, firing quickly here, and that's complete. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolved, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Wilson on the keeper, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, and the Seahawks add on to their lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
They'll try the sneak, and he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman... Opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Move 15.
Kill.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got time. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Bang.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Third and long, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
To throw is Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
4 down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Brady. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
4 down.
Blunt, the lone running back. Now Brady, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Brady, and he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Tight right, tight right. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Wait, 20. Round 80.
54.
Round 80.
Mike's 54.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Wait, 20.
Now Brady again. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Brady now on first down. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. 11 yards for number 11.
Wait, 20.
On first and 10, here's Brady. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Brady will try again on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down.
Not my house, baby. Not my house. Not my house.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
3 down.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game, and boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Oh, it's dropped. He couldn't hang on. That would have been a big interception. Instead, they'll have a chance to get 3. Well, throughout the year, I've occasionally asked you for your MVP pick. Now that we've seen the entire regular season, who's in the mix?
Well, Brandon, I think Zeke Elliott and Dak Prescott will go in as a duo, and that'll probably knock each other out of the race. Tom Brady will be heavily discussed, but there's never been an MVP that's missed 4 games, so I don't think that he's going to get it as well. Matt Ryan is probably going to end up being the MVP, but I would posit that Aaron Rodgers would be the guy. 4-6 at one point. His lead running back is a converted wide receiver. And who has he been throwing out to wide? Jordy Nelson, coming off of a knee injury. You look back at Matt Ryan, he's had the 2-headed monster in the backfield. He's had Julio Jones. I think that Aaron Rodgers should be the MVP.
Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Three down.
Right, 315.
Check 52's the mic.
Entry.
Watch that. Whip.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Key to tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down. Now Wilson on 2nd down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd.
3 down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Check me out. We got 3 down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And able to find Graham. Complete. 17 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. On 1st down, Wilson being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be...
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Nick Novak, to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Punch left. Hey, 0.
On second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. 23 yards on the play.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Wilson, a give to Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Strong left.
After the interception, here's Osweiler. And that is incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Watch left. Stop right there.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Well, partner, earlier you were talking about Russell Wilson and what he's done this year as the focal point without a solid running game. Thomas Rawls, 349 yards on the ground. Christian Michael is the team's leading rusher. He's not even with the crew anymore.
And that just tells you the evolution of Seattle's offense.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now out comes Houston. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Caught left side Hopkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
After the penalty, it's Miller. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Osweiler. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Green 39.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Man, a tough spot to drop that down here, 3rd and goal.
And so many times when you analyze a play like this, you talk about the people around him and maybe his focus was gone. Sometimes just simply him understanding how close he is to the end zone and a chance to score, and he tightens up and doesn't complete the play.
Well, he got an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And he'll be happy he got a second chance so quickly after missing the first one. Now he's got the confidence back up before we even finish the first quarter.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Tight ends left. Tight ends left. 3 down. 3 down.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 21. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, 52 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Pushkin now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On first down, Osweiler. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
We got three, fellas. We got
Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
Leopard! Not today! No. Check. Patriot! Here we go now. 3-9.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now it's Osweiler. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
On 3rd down, Osweiler going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously. But the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch him rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
4 down. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So how about that one, Charles? We haven't seen that in a while. The illegal forward pass.
The quarterbacks get so much leeway on this play that you're right, Brandon. It is very rare that we see the call come out for a legal forward pass.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
3-19.
From the shotgun, Osweiler surveying the field. And this is going to be incomplete. On is Nick Novak now for the Texans field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score, alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over here 1st and 10.
Strong right.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And left side here, it's Graham. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Hey, while we have a moment here, wanted to ask you about the Raiders and Texans game. Can you remember a time in the playoffs when you had two teams going up against each other with such precarious quarterback situations?
Normally, it is one team, and the other team, that's where the focus is. You remember a few years ago when T.J. Yates was the quarterback for Houston in the playoffs, and he actually won a playoff game. But in this case, as you noted, both of them. Oakland, it looks like it's going to be Connor Cook, the rookie, taking the first snap for them, although Matt McGloin's still a possibility. And then on the flip side, it was announced by Houston that Brock Osweiler's reclaimed the job because of the injury to Tom Savage. You're exactly right. Precarious quarterbacking as they head into the playoffs.
Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long. It's Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Osweiler. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Detroit.
He's checking crack.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt. Hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now and hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield, and they'll give it to him here. And a short gain down to about the 33. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
Still second down.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. They run with a power back, Rawls. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. On first down, Wilson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, and now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone, but these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't, and often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now Wilson, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target, and 4th down coming up.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So on 4th down, on comes Stephen Hauschka to try and get the Seahawks 3. This from 36 yards out. And Hauschka's kick is good. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down.
Tight. Move 15.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Well, partner, something we're going to have a little while to debate, but let's go ahead and take a peek at the draft order. Browns, of course, will get the first pick of the draft. San Fran, Chicago, Jacksonville, and then Tennessee will actually have number 5 and number 18.
All right, let's take a quick look at these. Cleveland, San Francisco, Chicago. All of them have starting quarterbacks, but will they be in 2017? I doubt it. I think they'll have decisions to make.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Watch left. He's tied right there. Hey.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. Complete out right to Kurz. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Wilson on first down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. We have hit halftime. Still, well, that came a little abruptly here. So working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now out comes Houston. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Well, you know what we need to do? We need to give a hat tip to two guys riding off into the sunset. Steve Smith and Robert Mathis both have announced the end of their careers.
Let's start with Robert Mathis. You see all the tributes coming from around the league. Everyone talks about what an exceptional pro Robert Mathis has been throughout his career. And the guy has over 120 sacks in his career as well. And how about Steve Smith? Came into the league as a punt returner and became a WR1. How about that? While the all-timers, I think both of them are going to merit Hall of Fame consideration, and both of them should get plenty of votes.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
All right, here we go.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Buying time to his left. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. From the shotgun, Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And they're going to go for it on fourth. Brock Osweiler staying on the field. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll indeed go for it with Osweiler. He's going to air one out. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to... Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And left side here, it's Graham. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Good. 6 guys. Zebra. Sponge.
On the ground, rolls. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come out here in the eye. Wilson on the keeper. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's this, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.